In the last lecture, you got an overview of what you are going to learn in this section of the course and how you're really going to get your first 1,000 email subscribers in 30 days. Now, in this lecture, what you're going to learn is why list building is so important. You might be wondering, why is this such an important thing for me to do, to set up my email sign-up forms and collect people's emails addresses? Well, if there's one thing that online experts agree on, is that list building is vital. I've got quotes here from 3 big people in online marketing. I've taken them from this article here, so if you want to read further on them there. But these are really the key highlights that I took away from this article, and that helps me remember why list building is so important. So the first one here from Neil Patel, he says, out of all the channels I've tested as a marketer, email continually outperforms most of them. So that's a big statement. There are a lot of marketing channels out there. There's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's paid advertisements. And Neil here is saying that email is really continually outperforming most of them. And I can show you later in the Google Analytics section of the course that for me, email really was a massive driver of traffic, and in the early stages really outperformed everything else. Second reason here from Noah Kagan, AppSumo is a 7-figure business, so that's his business, and 90% of the revenues come from emails. So once again, you can see how effective email is at really driving revenue. It's been around since the start of the internet. It's still here. People still open emails, and it really still is an effective way to communicate with people directly. There's nobody in the middle like another platform. It's just you communicating directly with your audience, and it still gets results. Now the final one here from Michael Hyatt, and for me this probably sums it up the best and is something that I remember. My email list is the biggest asset he has. Now that is a great way to think about it, because it is the biggest asset you have. If it is the key driver of revenue, if it's the key driver of traffic to your website, well then it is the biggest asset you have, and you should really protect it and grow it as much as you can. So those are some key reasons from the experts, and now even for myself, you can see in Google Analytics, which I'll be showing you much later on, is that these big bumps in traffic to my site really happened as a result of me sending out emails. So you can see how effective those were at bringing people back to my website, and that's really the power of email. As well as those reasons, a key reason is protection. It can really drive traffic and sales, which is great, but an email list protects your business. You're going to be still able to promote your business even if your search rankings or social media reach diminishes due to an algorithm change. And this is a key thing to keep in mind, that the algorithms that determine how content is ranked in the search engines or on social media sites can change. And it can change against you if and it has happened to other people in the past, where their exposure and visibility on those platforms have gone down a lot due to an algorithm change. But really, by having an email list, you can really protect yourself against those, because you still have a channel that you control right to your audience. And even if you're not selling any products, you should still collect email addresses so you can drive people back to your website every time that you make a blog post. I built up this email list without having a product to sell, and now that I've built it up, it's an asset, and I can use that to promote my course too now that it's launched. So bottom line, don't make the mistake of not building your list from the start. One of the biggest regrets you'll see a lot of online business people talking about is not building up their email list. It's not just for online marketing people, it's really for any business, because it's such an effective marketing channel. So I've left in the article here that I pulled these quotes out of. You can have a look at it further if you're not quite convinced just yet, but trust me, it really is important. It's a massive driver of traffic, sales, and it gives you great protection against any changes in external marketing channels that you don't really have control over. All right, so now that you understand what's coming up in this course and you understand why it's so important, it's time now to jump in to actually get things set up. In the next lecture, I'm going to show you how to integrate MailChimp with WordPress. I've left in the lectures here of when I did this live myself, so I'm going to be walking you through it really step by step, not skipping over anything. So I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture where you'll learn how to add MailChimp and integrate it to your WordPress website. I'll see you there.